Hi, welcome to DOBMOB. Leah is off visiting her friend and 2 horses today. But first, we have to talk about that big ugly word, sin. I'm trying to think of the last time I sinned. Oh, that's right, an hour ago I had a fight with my brother about some toilet paper. Wasn't my proudest moment. Now, I reckon there are 2 types of people in the world. There are bad sinners and good sinners. I know which one I am, but which one are you? I'm the younger brother, and one day I decided to leave home. I've had enough of my brother. He was such a goody-goody. I was fed up with being at home, so I asked Dad to give me my inheritance.
This cricket ball was the very ball he hit for 6 when he was 10. It's an absolute family heirloom. I had it made into a trophy for him. And this diamond was from a South African mine, and it's worth so much money, and it's a family heirloom passed for 3 generations. And this inheritance, I was going to give it to him on my deathbed, but he wanted it now.
I took my skateboard and my inheritance and off I went into the sunset. I didn't care if I hurt my father's feelings, and I was glad to see the back of my pesky brother. Well, life was good for a few weeks. I skated every half-pipe on the south coast. An awesome friend. I was really popular. They gave me mother. My new friend told me he knew a jeweler who would exchange my diamond for cash. I gave him the diamond to sell on my behalf. But my friend never came back. That's when things went really bad. I realised I'd been tricked and blown all my inheritance. The weather turned cold, my food ran out, I was lonely, life was the pits. I was completely miserable. I'd realised I'd made the biggest mistake of my life. I had totally blown it. I had given up everything good in my life. Then I had a thought. For my whole life, Dad has always told me he loves me. I started to wonder if that could actually be true. Would Dad still love me, even after losing the blue diamond? Would Dad still love me after rejecting him completely? Might it actually be possible for me to go home and beg for his forgiveness? So off I went. I walked the slow journey home. I nearly turned back hundreds of times. I was ashamed, humiliated. I was such a bad sinner.
I missed him terribly. Every day I wanted him to come back, and I looked, but he just never came back. I couldn't believe it. I saw him from a long way off. My son had returned. It was him.
From a long way off, I saw someone running towards me. They were actually sprinting. He was psyched. There was a man running at me with his arms waving around, and then I realised it was Dad. He threw his arms around me, hugged me tighter than he'd ever hugged me before. I was totally overwhelmed, with the love and forgiveness that Dad showed me. And this is the kind of love God has for all of us who are bad sinners. Let me read this from Romans chapter 5 verse 8. While we were still sinners, Jesus died for us. I am a bad sinner, but I am loved and forgiven.
So let me tell my side of the story. When my little brother left with the blue diamond, I was angry.
Why are you sad, Dad?
I'll miss him so much.
Don't be sad, you still got me, I'll make you proud.
I was determined to work my butt off for my dad. I did everything a good son would do for his father.
My oldest son often makes the mistake of thinking that all his good works impress me. Now don't get me wrong, I'm so thankful that he does them, but I wish he would understand that his good works don't change my love for him.
So when my brother returned from his sin journey, I was flabbergasted to see my father run out and greet him. He gave all his privileges back. It's unfair. I was always the one that obeyed Dad. I was always the one that worked hard for him. I wasn't the one that lost the blue diamond. And what do I get?
He can't earn my love by doing good works. I've always loved him.
This is exactly the type of love that God the Father has for all of us who are good sinners. Ephesians 2 verse 8 and 9 says, "For it is by grace that you have been saved, through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is a gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." I am a good sinner, but I am loved and forgiven.
Hey everyone, so today we're going to take a little trip to my friend Liz's house. She has two beautiful horses called River and Oki, and she has agreed to show us around.
Hey everybody, hope you enjoy our little segment about tacking. Tacking's all the stuff you put on a horse. This is a halter, this is a lead, and this is a chest plate that makes sure that this doesn't come off if that girth down the bottom breaks. This is a stirrup, and this is the saddle, and this is the blanket that we use for the saddle to sit on top. So we've got ears, beautiful ears, we've got lovely eyes, and you might want to see the beautiful, oh come, we're going to show the beauty. Look, can you go under? There are his beautiful teeth. Probably didn't clean his teeth this morning. Say hello, hello. This is River's bottom, River's tail. And when we pick up the leg, we run our hand down the inside. He already knows I'm here. And then he'll pick it up for us. That's it, good boy, River. Hold underneath. And we have a hoof here that has no shoe on it. We need to clean it though. So you get your little pick, and then you scrape along here and along there. Get the brush, and you can see more of the shape of the hoof. Get all that dirt off, and you can see that there's a triangle thing there. That's called the frog, and that's the part around there is what touches the ground, and that part touches the ground for the grip. That part there might touch a bit of the ground, but that's mainly what touches the ground. And these guys don't have shoes because we just trim them when they need to be trimmed, a bit like your fingernails. There you go. I'm using a soft brush that comes after the coarse brush. The coarse brush gets all the heavy dirt out, and this is like the defined dust, and it's softer for them before we pop their coat on for the night. Favorite food. Yum, 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 yum. And then you have your hand flat so your fingers don't go in the mouth, and they just crunch it. Oki. Oki's a mare. That means she's a girl. And River's a boy. He's a gelding. So this one's the mare. Yeah. G'day. So after the ride and after a brush, River and Oki are hungry, and this is some of the feed that they have, which is called hard feed. We have copra meal over here, which is I think a cooked cocoa from a coconut, and it looks like this inside. So we soak that for a little while, and then we put in some loosened chaff, and then we put in some eco herbal, which is all the goodies, like kind of like veggies for animals, and that gets mixed in. And because they've done a hard workout today, we are going to throw in some extra salt, which looks like that. Let's get to it. Let me tell you a secret. The horses usually get fed in that paddock. Today they're getting fed in this paddock. They're over there. They've got to problem solve. They've got to work out, how do I get my hard feed? So we'll throw the hard feed in, ready for them to come up, and let's see whether they can make it up here. Let's go.
Well, thanks so much, Liz. That was super interesting and super awesome. Can we come back again?
You're very welcome to come back and learn some more. Love it.
So there you go. Thanks for joining us today. By the way, have you answered the sin question yet? Are you a bad sinner or a good sinner? Whatever sinner you are, run into the arms of Jesus.